It was 1997. Back then, I was 17, fearless, and frankly, pretty stupid. There was this old abandoned circus on the edge of town, the Starshine Spectacular. The locals said it shut down in the 80s after a huge fire. My friends were supposed to come with me, but they all bailed. So there I was, alone, with a cheap flashlight and something to prove. Stepping through those rusted gates felt like entering a different time. The air was thick, a strange mix of mildew, wet leaves, and something sickly sweet, like cotton candy left out in the rain for a decade. The whole place was a graveyard of forgotten joy. A skeletal Ferris wheel stood against the twilight sky, its colorful seats hanging like broken ornaments. I made my way to the big top. The canvas, once bright red and gold, was now a tattered, moldy brown. I pushed the heavy flap open and stepped into absolute darkness. My flashlight beam cut through the gloom, revealing the massive interior. Rows of wooden benches were overturned, as if the audience had fled in a panic. The silence was so deep it felt heavy. Then I heard it, a faint, tinny music box melody, drifting from the far side of the tent. It was a sweet, childish tune that felt completely wrong in this place. My heart hammered in my chest. I knew I should leave, but the music pulled me forward, toward the old performers' trailers. The sound was coming from a trailer marked clown dressing. The door was slightly ajar. I squeezed inside. My light swept over racks of moth-eaten costumes, polka dots, dusty ruffles, and rubber chicken heads with empty, staring eyes. The music was louder now, coming from a small wooden chest on a vanity table. As I reached for it, I saw a flash of white in the cracked mirror on the wall. I spun around, flashlight raised. Nothing, just shadows. I took a shaky breath and opened the chest. Inside, a porcelain doll in a tiny clown suit stared up at me. Its painted smile was wide and horrifying. The music box was inside its stomach. The moment my fingers touched the doll, the music stopped. A wet, gurgling sound replaced it. A figure emerged from the shadows behind me. It was tall, impossibly thin, wearing a tattered ringmaster's coat and a ruined top hat. I couldn't see its face, but I could feel its cold, hungry gaze. I dropped the chest and scrambled for the exit. The thing didn't run, it just flowed, moving with a deliberate, unnatural grace. I burst out of the tent, ran past the Ferris wheel, and didn't stop until I collapsed on the street outside the gates, gasping for air. When I finally caught my breath, I looked at my hands. They were slick with something dark. I shone the flashlight on my arm. It wasn't blood, it was face paint, white grease paint, black tears, and a terrifying red grin stretching from ear to ear. The thing in the coat hadn't been chasing me. It had been dressing me. The sickly sweet smell wasn't cotton candy. It was the grease paint, now caked on my face. I looked back at the dark silhouette of the big top, and then I heard it again. The music box melody. It wasn't in the tent anymore. It was all around me, waiting for its new star to take the stage.